I am your host, Flame Monroe, along with my partner, Lauren Hogan, and my other partner, Nick Smith News, who's going to come be joining us via Zoom in a second. But today is a very special day because it's hot, first of all. I celebrated a second graduation today. My 14-year-old graduated 8th grade today. She's going to high school. Two down,
indeed.
one to go. I can't go to the one tomorrow. I'll get y'all that dirt later. She talking plenty shit, too. And we have our very first in-studio guest since we have started Laugh and Learn, November the 14th. This is show, what, 30, 31?
31.
Show 31. Because of coronavirus, we have the very infamous and very famous and very ready for y'all today, honey. The one and only Tasha K.
She ready. It's LaTasha today.
Oh, yeah, it's LaTasha K.
LaTasha Trans Rena Howard today.
Yes, Trans Rena. See?
I'm so glad my husband married me and gave me that last name. You know how Tina Turner was like, I'm taking my name.
Absolutely.
If my husband leave, I'm taking my name, take everything, I'm leave the name.
Let me tell you how elated I am. So happy to have you here, Tasha, in
you.
studio,
I'm
because
excited
we did an
to be
interview
here.
a couple of weeks ago. It was very good. We got a lot of traction.
It was.
It showed a great side of you that people were not expecting. They thought we was going to get on there and cut up and clown and
But we need to do that, though.
And we might do that
We need to
today
do that.
because we're right in the
We
same
need to do that. We need to do
space.
that.
How was your week, Lauren?
My week was good. Can't really complain. You know, travel's picking up again. I got to go to Atlanta this
you gonna
week.
be in the A.
Yeah, I'm
You
coming
need
to
a
the
place
A
to
again.
stay?
Oh, I have a hotel, but thank you.
Oh, okay.
Are you offering?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank
Your
you.
makeup is flawless, by the way.
Oh, so was
Nice.
yours.
Oh, listen.
We was talking about
Let me
it.
find my makeup
Yes,
artist. I need to
please.
shout her out. I think it's Makeup Me Passion.
Okay.
Makeup Me Passion. She's out of LA. She's Nigerian. She's absolutely gorgeous, and she
did a
understands
great job.
color
She did.
theory on dark skinned women. That's what I love.
That is beautiful.
And your
Yes.
foundation is perfect.
It's
Thank
flawless.
you.
Because
Yeah.
you know sometimes you see a darker girl and she got the call me Ghostface. She look like a Ghostface killer, but the neck be all dark and then she put the hands up, look like the bitch got
I mean,
all
listen,
love.
Lord.
I be fussing at my aunties because you know they're African. They be like that. They be. It's really all they have available over there. So they give them lighter foundations. You know what I'm saying? They haven't. You know, I'm like, Rihanna, please put Fenty Beauty in Molly, please, Rihanna.
Yes.
We need some darker shades.
That's what I got on my face.
I'm tired of my aunties like they face be like your color in my body. You know, they body my color.
Rihanna, you need to call Tasha.
I'm
Tasha could be a
telling you,
spokesmodel
right?
for the darker hue
Absolutely.
women.
We
And she on a
need
diet,
it.
all that dumb shit. That diet going out the window today because I'm about to barbecue
Oh my God,
ass.
I ain't eating no
You
No
got-
carbs. No
so-
carbs.
But I'm trying to get my hip stick like you know, he, she, we. Look, oh, pass that ass, look.
That's
Hey.
called good EBT, baby. Good EBT. This was a great week. I'm so glad you're here. Now, what are you doing in California? Are you vacation?
Man,
You working?
I came to get fucked up.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing.
I
That's
came,
beautiful.
listen, I cut it off yesterday at 6 p.m. The dispensaries. We had the party bus with the Casamigos in front of the dispensary.
Ooh.
I'm
Y'all
telling
had a
you.
fun day.
What y'all do on that bus?
Man, listen, what happened? It wasn't no cameras. It sure wasn't
Y'all had the bus
no
with the stripper
motherfucking
pole?
cameras.
Mr. Howard.
Listen.
Mr. Howard. Your wife was on her best behavior. You know we gotta say that publicly, girl.
He know his wife. Shit, that's why he married my ass.
Oh.
Look, LaTasha in public, Tasha K.
Transrena. I love that.
Transrena.
Transrena.
You know what it means? If you, I got
Transfer, transgender, transsexual, transgender, trans what? Transphobic what? Trans
it
communication.
means everybody was calling me Transformer coming up because my name is LaTasha Transrena Howard, so they would call me Transformer, Howard the Duck, and I'd be like, ooh, I hate my
Howard
fucking
the
name.
Duck?
Yes,
Where did that come
Because
from?
my last name was Howard
But
before I
the
got
duck?
married. Yeah. So I was just like, oh, it's all good. But my grandmother named me Transrena because it means the transfer of joy.
Oh,
I
not,
like that.
not
So-
like my transrena means something absolutely different. I'm gonna transfer something to your ass, all right, but it definitely ain't gonna be joy. Well, it will be eventually, but it starts off painful.
I love it. So yeah, that's where I got the name.
Well,
from.
I am so glad to have you here. We have to introduce you to our partner, Lauren. Bring Nick
Yes,
in
I
so
will.
you can meet our
Hey,
partner. He
partner.
better be suited and booted today because I gave you a pass last week.
Listen, I liked the casual look we had last
Yeah.
Monday.
We can't let niggas
I
get too
enjoyed
casual.
it.
I brought some rosé for Flame. She, we ain't drinking.
I'll
I'm
drink
not a
some.
So I'm
drinker.
drinking my
It's
own
right
drink
there.
shit.
some. It's
Go, we
okay.
can get you a glass.
I'll drink some.
1 second. Okay.
Can you move your mic a little bit closer to
Okay.
your mouth?
All right, got it. Right here. Is this okay?
Hi, Nick.
Yes.
Hey, Nick,
Hello,
how are
hello.
you?
Does it extend?
I'm doing well. Hey, you know what,
No,
Flame? You
it's
gave me a
fine.
pass
Put your
last
chair
week.
up.
You knew I had to step it up for Tasha, so you know that,
You
right?
got on a suit for me, baby. I see that bald head. I see that beard and shit. You know what I like. How you doing? What's your name?
I'm Nick. I am part of the team, Lauren, and I try to do our best
Oh,
to
fuck all that.
contain
You
Flame,
married,
Tasha,
Nick?
so-
Oh,
I'm not married. No, I'm not. I'm
playing,
working
I'm
on it, though.
You working on it? Ladies.
working on it.
Ladies.
I'm working on it. So, yes.
He's open.
Nick, you got a new chair today too. What's up with that? You
Again,
New
Lauren,
office
it's the Tasha
decor?
effect.
Okay, it's the Tasha effect. Okay, because I'm like,
Yeah,
this is
I'll
some
do
new
everything.
stuff I'm seeing. The green screen didn't even, steamed and everything else. It looks very professional.
Right.
Very
You
professional.
you didn't iron the curtain and
Yeah,
everything.
you got all cute for
yeah.
Tasha. Okay.
It's okay, Nick. I got on a
Absolutely.
new outfit. It's from Shein. It's $13. Okay.
Hey,
It's
I want to
$13. Listen.
I want to make sure we go ahead and get things going. But Tasha, I just want to extend once again a great welcome to you.
Thank
I
you.
thought the moment you had with Flame last month was just fantastic. It was just a great interview. So we are super excited to have you joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
am honored to be in the presence of a legend, a motherfucking legend.
oh.
Thank you so much, Nick. Okay, I can see my face on your head.
Yeah,
that's good.
Look,
Good.
she can see it on there, and she can see it on there.
Well, let's officially jump into the show and let's
do
get
it.
started.
Get it.
So, Miss Tasha K, you had a very interesting interview a couple of weeks ago
Okay.
with Miss Angela Stanton's daughter. We got to talk about it.
JVN. JV.
Javian,
We got to talk about it. So
It's
how?
surprising enough. Go ahead. I'm
No,
so
no,
sorry.
no, no. Get into it.
No, I'm just saying, surprising enough, I don't fuck with Angela like that.
Right.
Oh, okay.
But when I saw Angela on that trash ass platform, no shade.
Look,
I
watch
li-
this. All shade.
When I was just like, I felt her as a mother. You understand? Now, nor do I condone disrespect, but people have to understand when you're a mother and you have teenage kids, they take you to another space. And I think there wasn't grace for her in that situation, and people, it's hard for people to understand, like, this is a person she's been raising. This is the person that she loves. And so I understand JB, and JB wants to be JB's, and that is okay. Like, that is your God-given right. But I just think when it comes time to a mom being able to transition with you, because that is a transition process, I think there should have been just a little bit more grace. And I mean, her criminal record has nothing to do with her being a mom, because we've seen, like, correction facilities now are allowing the mothers with their babies in prison. So that means nothing, okay? Because you're still a mom. But I wanted to talk to. The reason I asked JB's to come on is because I wanted to see if I could offer that, that, I guess, that idea for her to just give your mom just a little time. Just a little time. You see what I'm saying?
I
Yeah,
hear you.
I hear you.
Honey, when I tell you, I watched that interview, and as a trans woman, I used to be JB's. Let me just start right
Okay,
there.
yeah.
I used to be 19 years old, and I wasn't doing trans like she was, or dressing up, but I really started at 20. My issue, and I got a lot of issues with Angela Stanton King. I think that, first of all, I think she's sharp. Let me be very clear. I think she's exceptionally sharp. I think she's very informed on some things. But as soon as she realizes that the love for her child supersedes what her child has, the love for, or the hate for what her child has become, she's going to be a better person. And I'm with you. It's going to take time.
Right.
My issue with JB's was the disrespect didn't only show from her mom. When you were interviewing her, she picked up her phone and was reading her messages as if she wasn't even sitting in the room with you. Understand that respect starts young and it carries over to older. I thought that was quite disrespectful because we're interviewing. Why am I going to sit here and you asking me questions? I'm looking at my phone like I'm not even addressing
Well,
you.
she was reading the comments.
She
And
didn't
see,
need
I didn't
to.
even know
Yeah.
that.
So let me tell you.
I
So
was
that's
just like, so
a-
when she went off, I was shocked because I was
Right.
like, well, who's homophobic? But the entire time she was reading the comments,
but,
and I'm like,
but she was in an interview with you.
right, you're right.
So that was disrespectful to me. Secondly, me and my mom don't have the greatest relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to publicly blast my mom, even
Right.
though we didn't have the internet back then. We didn't have social media. But I'm not going to get on here and MF and bitch my mom and woo-woo. A caller ID is the greatest thing ever invented when you don't get along with your parents. Because all you got to do is not answer the goddamn phone.
Yeah, you're right.
Or not respond to the text. Take the read or deliver it off your text messages. They'll never know when you got it. I thought she was quite disrespectful. And for all the information and as intelligent as she spoke to you, at the end of the interview when she talks to all you bitches out there that's hating, I'm going to cut my dick off for y'all can suck. What you did was took all the fame and the glory away from what you had just put out and made it look foolish. Yeah. This is coming from an old tranny to a young tranny. Yeah. It was ridiculous. I thought she was ridiculous. Do I agree with the mother? Absolutely not. Especially on her political stance or how she loves her child.
And like I said, I don't really, everybody knows that. I don't fuck with Angela. Me and Angela have had a lot of back and forth public spats. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
She's still the mother, though.
She's still the mother. And I extended that grace. And so for me, it was more like, and I wish it could have been more intimate. It was actually supposed to be an intimate interview in the wine cellar. But of course, she was coming from a gig, and so we just kind of had to rope it in there and get it done. So, and that's why it was so last minute. But and why it was not.
You remember when you interviewed me and you told me that you knew a young trans girl and you wanted to ask her questions, but you didn't feel like you was in the space to do it.
Right.
That was the space that you provided for her. Yeah. She made it something else.
Right.
See what I'm saying? We are always on the defense because our lives are so tough, and it starts at home. That was very living proof of what I told you about because she was on the defense. She's on the defense with everybody because it started at her home with her mom.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why we on the defense. But if you get us into a safe space and make me feel comfortable and safe talking to you, I'm pretty much an open book, and most trans women are. We're willing to tell our story to somebody we know, love, and trust.
Right.
But if I'm on the defense and you come at me sideways, I'm going to straighten your ass up because that's what we are used to doing.
Right.
And I think in this space, too, I'm not a parent by any means, but...
You better not be.
You pregnant?
Your ass
absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not. But I think my main thing was, I don't care how bad a relationship is with the parent. I don't think you should ever publicly bash your parent.
Yeah.
We talked about this even when
that.
the whole Kirk Franklin and his son situation happened. It's just certain family business should just be kept private. You shouldn't be publicizing that, because if you're publicizing the hurt, how are you actually going to do the work at home to really repair the relationship?
Yeah.
And when you start disrespecting your parent, that becomes the focus, and what you're saying becomes almost like a mute point. And I feel like that's what happened with Jay Biz at that point, because I was looking at, well, why are you bashing your mama like this? I understand she may be as wrong as all get out. Absolutely, wholeheartedly agree with that. But that's still your mom. You're here because of her. You know what I mean? So there should still be some level of respect, at least from you as the child in the situation. That was my thought.
Let me ask you a question. If you're one of your children turn your, because you have two kids, 14 and 2.
Yeah.
Somebody took a break.
It
got good to somebody after 12 years.
Mr. Howard is neutered right now. So.
I need some of you women stop blaming the men. You should work on your pull-out game. You need to work on your pull-out game.
Me or the side bitch can't get pregnant. Whose child is that? Bitch, whose child is that?
How would you intake one of your children if they came to you at a certain age to say that they identify as transgender?
To me, it wouldn't be a problem.
Because you are so friendly with
them.
You're a fruit fly. That's what I call
I'm a fruit fly.
Yeah,
but it would definitely be an issue for their dad.
Yeah? Male or female?
Yeah, because he's, the way he was raised, African. They're still oppressing the LGBTQ in Mali. They have to hide it. And if they get caught, there's a video he just sent me the other day. They're arresting them. They're beating them. They're killing them. So he was raised like that is not...
acceptable,
healthy or acceptable, and so to him it would be, in the family it would be a big issue. But for me, my child has my love.
I love that
ongoing because I birthed that child. Like, I love my daughter for who she is. Like, she said something the other day. I was commenting on an outfit that she had on, and I'm all about presentation. Kids sometimes don't understand that. And then she goes, "Well, what are you trying to say? That I look gay?" And I'm like, what does that have to do? I've seen gay women look beautiful, and then I've seen some gay women look fucked up.
I think I like some of the fucked up ones, though. Let me just start right there.
So I said, I understand you're on TikTok and they're gaslighting your ass, but you need to calm down. Like, mommy has a lot of gay friends, lesbian, bisexual, trans. It doesn't matter. But that has nothing to do with your sexuality, just because I'm telling you that you're representing yourself in a very wrong way right now. So, and I think that's another thing. Like, JB's and, her mom, Angela doesn't like the way that her daughter a trans daughter is representing herself twerking and stuff on the internet. First of all, any parent doesn't like any of their children on the internet shaking their ass. Yeah. I don't think it has anything to do with JB's being trans. It's like if it was the daughter, it would be a problem. But you know, she's roping everything together into one, and it's not like it's your right to do what you want to do. But I just felt like the respect wasn't there, and I get it. Angela is a hothead. At the same time, that's your mom. You are JB's is a hothead because of her mom.
Learned behavior. It's learned behavior. Yeah.
It is called the Frankenstein effect.
Right.
We create monsters because let's go back to the Frankenstein story. Frankenstein was never the monster. Frankenstein created the monster, and then he did not want to face the monster that he created.
Yeah.
That is what Angela has done. She has created this monster, and now she don't want to deal with this monster that she created. And that's all that is. And I'm hoping that they can find a happy place. The sad part is, if they make up in 5-10 years, the internet will never go away.
Yeah.
It will always be there that you called your mother out of her name.
I'm going to be honest with you. I never shared this with anybody. My mom, I mean, they know that my mom and I have had, like, our ups and downs and stuff like that. But my mom called the Steve Wilkos show on me.
Really?
From Chicago.
She got pissed. A couple weeks ago, she was just like, I'm going to Whitney Williams to tell all your business. I was like, please, go. Do whatever you got to do.
Right? Okay.
Go. Do whatever you got to do. But she thinks that's the way, like, to hurt me, because when I don't want to disrespect, because I will never disrespect her, I just don't answer the phone.
Call her ID, baby.
My thing is, like, I will never ever fix my mouth to disrespect my mom. So if I can't say anything respectful to you, I would just rather not talk to you.
Yeah.
So, but she will take you there. So she will begin to say shit, and then it'll, you know, my mom knows me. Yeah. She knows exactly what to do to get me out of my character.
Pushes your buttons, yeah.
So I just don't, you know what I'm saying? So I just take breaks from her. But she was just like, them people called me, and I said respectfully, don't you fucking call me no more. And if I was gonna sit with anybody, you know, no offense to my white people, how the fuck you gonna fix a black issue? You see what I'm saying?
You real right about that one.
Fuck? I don't give a fuck.
Who said that last week?
Yeah.
I'm black. How the fuck, bitch? Call Ayana, whatever her name is.
First of all, let's go back here. Ayana ain't fix shit.
I will sit with Ayana and I will take it.
No, but Ayana ain't gonna fix it. Ayana started a bunch of shit, and then she tip out, oh, beloved, my work is done.
I don't like that, because she's like, we just fostered a facility to open conversation. Well, what does that mean? We create a safe space to have conversation. So while you're here, you're going to talk. Now, what you do outside of here, that ain't none of my motherfucking business. Give me my check.
That's all it is.
That's it.
Nick, did you watch the interview with Tasha and JB's?
I did indeed, and I think what my takeaway was, because it's not neither of them are people to whom I'd be attracted to actually watch do anything, right? So my fandom is with you, because I do like the fact that you find a way to still elevate a conversation, because if it weren't for your platform, I don't know that I would have been engaged in what was happening with them, because I do think they have a very specific audience. I think that they tend to attract an element that is attracted to what it is that they bring to the table. Whereas you, on the other hand, I think that you've created a safe space through all of your interviews where you continue to offer people to air their voice and you keep it elevated. And I think that my question for you is less about them, because I think they were only a moment in all the work that you've done. But how do you prepare when you are preparing for interviews and people that you have on your show? When you are preparing for your next guest, like you prepare for Flame or anyone preceding Flame, how do you prepare for your guests who attend your show?
Well, I hate to say this, but I don't. I like to get to know people as they are. I don't want to have a preconceived notion going into any of my interviews. Now, of course, I do have an interview coming up with Kwame. I don't want to have a preconceived...
Brown?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to... I'm not going to go in with a preconceived, but I have done some work because I'm not a basketball fan. And so, and everything that I found out, given his basketball career, I'm not a sports fan at all. So just like that, no, you know, and I heard people, you know, saying that, like, how is she going to conduct this interview and she doesn't know sports? Well, we're not here talking about his sports. We're going to touch on that briefly, but I mean, Kwame Brown has really made a statement coming up. You know what I'm saying? And he's been going back and forth with your partner. You know what I'm saying?
Oh!
Charlamagne.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so
I didn't touch
that right there, it's like, and everybody was like, well, you gotta go to Tasha K. And so, you know, Star Terrain set that up and made the introduction and said, you know, if you're gonna sit down with anybody, it's gotta be Tasha, because for me, I'm not gonna judge them coming in. I'm gonna let you lay it out there. Now I'm gonna ask you some questions that people are maybe too politically afraid to ask.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where, you know, that's what makes my show so different, is that I'm not afraid to ask the question and I don't offend you when I'm asking it, because I'm not asking it from a place of malice. You know.
I completely agree. I don't think that you've ever moved in a space of shock, and I think that that's one of the reasons why we find. Your show
she
so
definitely
refreshing.
shocks the shit out of people. Let's
I
go back. Yeah, she definitely.
Listen,
She'll
I'm
shake
a
you
fan.
up now.
Wendy is my bitch. Listen, Howard Stern. If he was black, he was my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Charlamagne, I'm a fan of him. Like, people don't understand, and I want to say this too while I'm here, because I know he's your partner. I hate how much he switched up his style because of the controversy. Charlamagne would say whatever the fuck was on his mind. That's what made him who he was. And because of that controversy with Jessica Reed, you know what I'm saying, he's taken a stance back, because a lot of that stuff was brought up. Like, well, if he said this for entertainment purposes, then he is this way. And it's like, no, you know what I'm saying? That situation was what it was. But as far as who he is, like, I don't like the conservative Charlamagne. I just don't.
Charlamagne have divulged into a whole bunch of new businesses.
Yeah.
So I understand that he had to switch it up because he needed to further
But they came to him because of
who
he was.
They did, but it's also called evolving. Look at what happened with Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Charlamagne was going a different way, and so he's like, let me go this way because I don't want to go that way. So I get that part. Well, I want you to ask Kwame Brown to please start teaching a class. Just ask him for me to teach it. Because when I tell you that Kwame Brown knows how to read, baby, woo, that thing will box you up and put you in the dirt. All you need to deliver is the daisy in the dirt, because you have been put in the box.
And it's his platform. It's more so like, it's not me there to be, you know, drilling him on who he is. Like, people already know who he is, but I just want to get to know him from a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? My show is all about personally getting into people's business, and that's what we're going to do, along with bringing all the other elements of, you know, because he is married and he does believe in family. And, you know, what I've noticed is that his dad hasn't had the best reputation, and of course, you know, that's been aired. And so what has made him be the man that he is and lead a stable family and a stable life, and to be able to raise, you know, his children and, you know, help his family out. So, because a lot of times people will say, oh, because my mom is this way, I'm supposed to be this way, or my dad is this way. But he's completely took a very, very different approach in life.
Well, tell me, he got fans over here. We're fans of his, because let me tell you something. If Kaya was a man, it would be Kwame Brown. Because nobody reads like Kaya. And Kwame Brown...
Kaya's that bitch. Listen, everybody be telling me to go back and forth.
I love Kaya. I love
Kaya will drag me, and I will literally bow down. That's the only bitch that can drag me on the internet. Like, I can go toe-to-toe with somebody, I'll be like, you know what, Kaya got this.
She got it. She got it.
See, that's why we sisters. Because I say this publicly on Love Lounge.
Yes.
I will never fuck with Kaya. Kaya will torch your ass.
Right.
While you looking at her like the match.
But I have seen T.S. Madison give it a business one or two times.
I seen T.S. be cute. I love my T.S. But T.S. ain't no match for Kaya.
Yeah, but no, I just... Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to talk to Kwame and really dive in from a different
Before
perspective.
we move on to the next subject, I want to put this point out. What happened with that whole JB's and her mom, Angela Stanton King, what it did to me for the trans community. This is Pride Month. I hope y'all had Pride before June. I hope y'all was proud of who you are before June. I should have worn
my rainbow outfits.
But what it did to me was,
as
a trans person, a person of trans experience, it made us go backwards. Because they love to say, well, Flame, you dragging us back. I'm not dragging us back. But here's the thing. Trans women and men are moving in spaces that we never dreamed possible in this lifetime in 2020. We have a state senator, Sarah McBride from Delaware. We have a doctor that Joe Biden appointed. We have producers, directors, actors. T.S. Madison had a TV show. Pose did wonders for it. We had a trans man who's an actor on Law & Order SVU. I think he had 2 episodes on there. So we are moving the needle forward. But if we keep fighting over BS, which is pronouns and bathroom rights, y'all made it real difficult. Let's keep it. I want to get it back to simple. I don't understand hot crockpot sexual, skillet sexual, curtain sexual, sign sexual. When you get into bed with somebody, you either want a stick or a stone. And they always holler, well, some people are born with both. Then, nigga, you blessed because you got a double bubble. This is called a twofer.
I don't know who the
It's a twofer.
I don't know who the intersex was doing the interviews on YouTube, but that was a sexy motherfucker.
Did they show you both the organs?
No, but he's living his life as a man. He had the choice. He said, when I came up, I was a woman, and I was a very beautiful woman. But then, you know, he decided to live as a man, and he was like, you know, men are attracted to me and women are attracted to me. He said, but you know, when I'm with a man, it's not so much intimacy. We just have sex, but with women, it's different. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I get to be myself. I'm accepted.
That's what I say.
And listen, I was on the phone like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind, you know, if I was, you know, wasn't married and stuff.
Let me tell you something. Baby,
it was the eyes. It was the eyes. And he had tattoos around his eyes.
Give baby some more.
I was like, damn.
We need more. Give baby some more rosé. We need more. We gonna get Tasha drunk. I'm trying to get all the dirt off.
She spilled all types of tea.
I was like, damn. Like, you don't look too bad. And you got some swag. And
well, that's the downfall to me, because it's simpler when you just realize you can identify as this table, as this light, as anything, this microphone. But when you get in bed with somebody, there's only two things that you could possibly want. And if if you blessed enough to have two, I hope both of them. I hope one big and one small. Now, when I say that, I'm talking about I hope the man is big and the woman is small. Don't come in here with no big coochie, no little bitty old peenie. What you go? Don't see, a lot of you women love to holler at, ooh, he ain't got no big one. No, you just roomy. Understand that if he 8 inches and you got a 3-bedroom apartment.
Let me speak. Let me speak for the little. Can I say dick?
Come on. Yes,
let me speak for the little dick men out there. No offense, okay? You gotta have some other specialties going on, because like if I was with the little dick man, you would definitely have to give me head and please me in other ways. You understand? So I get that, and there are men with big dicks that can't please you orally and stuff like that. But I dated a guy with a little dick, and I could not feel him going in. He had to stay close so he wouldn't slip out.
So the pumps was like this.
And he was Korean.
The pumps was like this.
Child, he was Korean.
Also, he was a natural money maker. if they age, they gonna make.
I got all my hair and everything when I was wearing weave back in the day and shit. I got my little jumpsuits, my little furry flip flops and shit from the.
That gives a whole new meaning to Asian lives matter. Shit.
I was born in culture, because look, I was born in culture, but I was like, damn, we gotta go back in the room again, God.
Tasha, I'm trying to.
What'd you say?
Back. Nick, you frozen
because
there.
I know.
What'd you say, Nick?
Okay, Tasha, I'm gonna try to steer you. I'm gonna try to steer you back and ask you a couple of things that I know viewers want to ask.
Cool. Yeah, get
Nick is a professional.
It's the wine. I'm so sorry.
Hey, no problem at all. But Tasha, one of the things we talk about on Laugh and Learn are different topics and hot topics and things that are happening in the culture.
Okay.
One of the topics that got a lot of response on our page was cancel culture. Yeah. What is your stance on that, Tasha? Talk to us about cancel culture and what that means.
Amen.
Fuck cancel culture.
And ass.
I tell them motherfuckers every day, you cannot fucking cancel me. I think the most I had was 70,000 unsubscribe over that Jaguar bitch. Listen, I said, y'all will be back, because in this culture, we're only as good as our last story.
Right.
So if people get hung on like I'm canceled, drop your next story, drop the story after that, they forget about that shit. That's how the internet works.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be another scandal.
Yeah.
So, and one person I do respect, Kevin Hart.
I just saw what he said about cancel culture, yeah.
He said, I don't need this goddamn job. Fuck y'all bitches.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, I gained a lot of respect for him when he was up for hosting the Oscars. And then, you know, all of his old tweets came out that he had already apologized about, you know, what he said about the LGBTQ community. And then they were trying to force him to apologize again. And he said, no, I'm not doing it. So, I mean, I respect what he did. He said, I apologized. I made a mistake. I moved on. If y'all want to keep bringing up old stuff and trying to cancel me, y'all do that. I don't need the job.
They have tried everything.
You know what?
Barney Gang.
Yeah.
The Barbs.
Yeah.
Bitch, I'm still here. I'm still here, and I'm still getting very much motherfucking paid.
Hey, get your change.
You know why? Because y'all didn't give me a check, bitch. It was God.
Oh,
okay. Now there we go. Because you know that's my dude right there.
People be thinking that they ain't trying to know. Because I don't care. Listen, I can lose this platform. I guarantee you're going to see me pop up somewhere else, bitch, and I'm going to make it. Watch what I tell you.
Well, don't say that too loud because Trump might hear you, and that nigga lost his platform on Facebook.
Well,
We don't want him to get another one.
Listen, everybody wanted to silence Trump. He was fucking with everybody money. You start fucking with people money, then they gonna get your ass out. You fuck with anything else, but you start, especially them white conservatives, you start fucking with their money, they got a problem.
Yeah, you're right about
You
that.
got to go.
We are big Kevin Hart fans over here
Yes.
because you remember when he was going to host the Oscars, I worked with Kevin, and this was long before he was this Kevin Hart and I was this Flame Monroe, and he was very respectful to me.
Yeah.
I was she. Now the nigga didn't pull out my chair or buy me a drink, but he was very respectful to me. He called me she. He introduced me as she at the Comedy Store, and when he was going to host the Oscars, I tweeted to him, and he responded. I said, all you need to do is let me carry you out on piggyback, and I could just say, see y'all, he do like us. He all over me. It was all done. You would have never had to address the elephant in the room because we just buried it.
Why address it? That was something he said early in his career.
Child, if they gonna cancel for some shit
and
that
let
I
me
said,
tell you,
good God.
people be so busy focused on the past, but your future is your present. What are you doing now? And that's when you find a lot of these motherfuckers that call themselves cancel culture can't get a fucking head in life, and they on the internet trolling bitches trying to get their platforms taken down while y'all motherfuckers still sitting at home ain't wiping your fucking stinking ass. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
One more glass of wine, baby. I'm drinking.
Take it in. We love it.
I'm sorry.
Well,
No, that's fine.
let's kind of
Tasha, I've got-
segue though on that topic though. What about the black agenda versus the gay agenda? Let's talk about it.
That is two very separate conversations.
Okay.
Because we as black people as a whole have our own issues with being oppressed, okay? You know, our black men are being slaughtered daily. And I don't care.
And women.
Yes, and women. And I don't care, you know, by people saying, well, black people kill more black people every day. We black. We black. We can do that, okay? We can do that. We ain't trying to kill us because we try to really depopulate. There's an agenda out there. You see what I'm saying? But then there's the separate issue, LGBTQ not being accepted by their own black people and not being considered and taken serious or being respected. And it's like, we're all black. What does my sexuality have to do with my contributions to the world? I can still march with you. I'm still getting told I can't. I'm still going to get pulled over and asked, you know, to step out the car simply because I'm black, not because I'm gay, not because I'm LGBTQ. So we all have the same issues. And one thing's for sure is that we as black people can't ask for respect from the masses if we don't respect each other within our own culture. You understand what I'm saying? And it's
Absolutely.
like, you know, like I said, I'll go back to people saying, oh, well, y'all kill each other more. And it's like, but it ain't a white person making me clean that shit, telling me I can't. It's a beef. It's like governing our own. We have the right to do that. That is our own, just like how Asian people coexist together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can barely walk into an Asian mart now and see us. Now they're starting to be a little bit more inclusive because they understand we don't really want to deal with them, and we're going to start our own stores like we're doing now. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now they're trying to hire us to make it seem like it's we buying from us, but it's not.
And statistically, whatever neighbor, whatever your community is, that's who commits the most crimes against you.
Exactly.
So white folks kill white folks more than
Right,
we do.
and so them using that, no, that's bullshit. That's just a way to say, oh well, what we do is not right. No, I had an officer pull me over the other day. I drive a Cadillac Escalade, okay, the big body, the bus.
Come on now,
right? It's about $115,000, you know. And I got my kid in the car. We got Sonic. I'm about to drop her off. I'm going 70 in a 45. Okay, you got the right to pull me over. You asked me how fast you're going. 70. Well, I clocked you at 72. Well, if we're gonna round, 70.
Let's round down.
Okay. Any drugs or weapons in the car? I looked at my daughter who was sitting next to me, like, sir, you want to search it? Do you? Is that what you were pulling me over for? Is that what you see somebody driving this car and all of a sudden I ain't worked hard to get it? Fuck out of here. So I asked him when he came back, I said, now, it's funny that you asked me in front of my child if I have drugs or guns in a car. Did you think I would tell you?
right? And this was in Georgia.
This was in fucking Georgia.
I love Georgia right now. Georgia, y'all turn blue. Go Georgia.
Shout out
Go
Stacey.
Georgia.
Shout out to Stacey Abrams. They fucked her over too, and you see what she doing.
Stacey Abrams is on the ground.
She said,
and she
fuck
ain't playing with
cancel culture. This bitch done rose up. Listen. But I'm sorry, Nick, you had a question.
Tasha, last question I have for you, because it looks like everybody's on the roll. The last question I have for you as an interviewer, Tasha, has there been a time when you've done an interview and you wish you hadn't gone that far? Have you ever said, ooh, I went too far?
No. Not far enough. Now, I have done interviews where I said I wish I would have never done it. Yeah.
I had one of those before.
Yeah.
But it wasn't on my platform. I was on somebody else's. People keep asking me to interview you. Well, how many times you going to ask me what I got between my legs? Yep, it's there. I just peed. It's still there. It's lovely. It's lovely too. It's no. I'm sorry.
Why would somebody ask you that? Like, I ask you, are you good in bed? I don't ask like, what do you have between your legs? Like, that's crazy to me. Like, that's like you asking me like what my titties look like.
Yeah.
Isn't that sexual harassment?
It is. Oh, for sure.
Well, a lot of these people who got podcasts now and influencers just doing stuff for ratings. They just want to do stuff for shock and to get people to come on. Oh, did you see how so-and-so let Flame have it or let Tasha K have it? And woo-woo, as opposed to just actually trying to find out some content and find out who the person is you're talking to. Because there's always layers and layers and layers, especially if we're in entertainment. We show you one thing. We live 12 different lives.
Yeah, that's
Tasha K rolled up on me with nappy hair, slob running down my face, no bra on, titties dangling down with right on the side of my hips. And she was like, come on, Flame, which house? I said, girl, the White House. Come on in.
Listen, I'm like that anyway. Anybody come to my house know when they see me. They be like, Celie?
Yeah.
What's going on, y'all? Let's go. What's up?
It's too much smoke screen. Everybody putting on pretentious.
But you know, that's why I turn down like 98% of interviews that I get asked to do, because it's like people are trying to troll.
Yeah.
They're trying to get views, and I don't like wasting my time. I'm very funny about that. Like, I got 2 kids. I got 4 businesses. No, I'm trying to give away mine. You know what I'm saying? I got a husband that requires sex every fucking night, and he don't want no lazy pussy either. You understand? I got shit to do.
Is that why you trying to get all slim and fine for your
husband? No, I'm trying to get all slim and fine for me. He African. He like them thick.
Oh, that's right. They do like them.
People be forgetting that shit. Like,
because they consider you rich when you big in Africa.
Yes. His family be like, what's wrong with you? You ain't eating. Over there, it's disrespect. Like, they, you know, he tell me, like, you know, you ain't got to do all that. Now, I'm doing me. It's for me. I want to be healthy. I want to be mobile. Because my son, I'm telling you, having him natural, he tore my ass up.
Oh, but speaking of having natural babies, did you see the woman in Africa who just had 10 babies at one time?
I saw that. She was Malian. She was from my husband's country. She was Malian.
10 babies?
10. Hey, they drunk.
Was it like back to back or?
No, she had them at one time.
She was supposed to have 7. She get to, I think they flew her to Morocco or something, if I'm not mistaken, to have the babies in, because they didn't have the healthcare system set up for her.
The whole husband. If I would have been in the room and I would have saw all that, I wouldn't care how hung I was. I would have been like, I can't follow that. I just can't follow that.
But over there, I can get a girl to work in my house to cook, clean, take care of my kids for $50 a month. And that's a salary for them. That's not considered like, I can send my family $500 a month over there. They can live off of that for 3 months. And have houses bigger than this. My husband's mom's house is bigger than my house. I have like a 5,500 square foot house. She's got an 8,000 square foot house with full staff. Pays everybody $50 a month. They stay until they die. They don't leave.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Where's this at now?
This in Mali.
Oh.
This is in Mali.
Wait, you trying to relocate a little bit? You want to relocate?
They got internet over there. I'm on my way, Mali.
My husband's parents is so fucking wealthy. They built him a house over there. Like, all their kids have their own houses built, paid for, cash. Their kids don't have to work for nothing. So I know they show us one part of Africa on TV, but that's not it. Like, you have poor people, do they show you a lot of the homelessness that's going on out here in Los Angeles? No. They over there worry about them. Worry about the motherfuckers over here.
Yeah. To go back to the black and gay. So I worked at a club here, and a girl introduced me. She had a problem with me having a problem with her using the word nigger in my presence.
Okay.
A white girl. When I say white girl, she was a queen. So one day on the show, she introduced me as their favorite ninja. So when I came in the dressing room, I said, so you're not going to, she said, did you like that? I said, if you were going to say it, you should have just said the fucking word.
Right.
Don't pussyfoot around. I said, so let me break down the origin of what the word nigger is and what I was back in the day in my lineage and what you were in your lineage. I explained to her that I was a slave, I was a breedable, I was always a commodity, I was money. People saw me and saw money because you were white trash white trash was not even allowed on the plantations. White folks back then who had money didn't want white folks on their plantations if you had no stature or no money. I reminded her that you came from white trash 400 years ago and you are still white trash and you will never escape
And
it.
that's why the Black Panther Party was able to rally them motherfuckers up too.
I lost my job after that, but the bitch still white trash and look at me now. How you doing?
I love it.
Sometimes you have to educate them because they think that they are better than you and above you. And there is not a bitch above me.
No.
Well,
it's not.
For me, I had a similar story, but I was actually in 7th grade, and we were reading the book, The Diary of Anne Frank.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we were talking about the story and everything, and my white English teacher decided to add a word to our vocabulary list, and it was ghetto. And then she decided to provide her own definition of what ghetto was.
Oh, no, the fuck she didn't.
Yeah, and proceeded to say this is an area where you find predominantly African Americans. So me being me,
What? She ain't seen the trailer parks in Panama City, Florida.
so me being me,
She
and
ain't seen
no,
them walking in there with no motherfucking shoes on and they feet black as the goddamn sky. She ain't seen them.
me being me, I raised my hand. I said, "Excuse me, where did you get that definition from?" She said, "Oh, it's just the definition." I said, "Was it Merriam? Was it the Oxford? Where did the definition come from?"
Yeah.
I'm not arguing with you, but I'm sorry, but this is my education. So if you want to say something, I need some facts to solidify this. I'm not arguing with you about this, Lauren. I said, okay, no problem. You can talk to my crazy ass mom at 3 o'clock when she gets
I
here.
know Miss Marsha. Oh, I know Miss Marsha.
That part.
That's why Lauren likes
That part.
Because I also said to her too, and I said, so what happens to all the white trailer park trash that I see when I drive past? What do you classify them as?
What do they say? Because they won't even let them motherfuckers in their house.
Oh yeah, I was always a problem in school, but she didn't want to talk to me.
There's nothing worse than a white person whose skin is black. Like I'm talking about, they got black holes all over their body. They mustache, their faces look like acid. They teeth rotten. What you call that?
West Virginia.
That
was hey, you know it was a joke, y'all. It was a little jokey joke.
Listen, y'all. I got somebody that live fairly close to me. I ain't gonna say how close. She drops off brownies. When she's outside talking to me, she's scratching her ass. Her husband is scratching his ass. They got the dog that they kiss in the mouth and stuff.
Well, wait a minute. Why they dropping off brownies to you?
Right.
Because they trying to, you know. Hi, Tasha.
Girl,
How
fuck
you
that.
doing?
No, high wash
You throw the
rag.
brownies
High
away though,
soap.
right?
I listen. I take them in.
And you throw
I
them
throw it away. I
Yeah.
wash her bowl.
Yeah.
I bleach her bowl.
Yeah.
And I send it back and say they
Okay.
were good.
Girl, I hope she ain't watching.
She ain't watching.
They were good.
And she live in a very upscale neighborhood. So what that motherfucking tell you, okay? Listen.
I want to go back to the gay agenda versus the black agenda.
Okay.
It really
Okay.
is.
Okay.
It really is. I hate that the gay community, my community, challenges me and challenges people on that because the gay struggle is not like the black struggle. I'm in complete agreement with you. If Ahmaud Arbery would have been running as a black man with rainbow shorts on and a gay flag, he might have got called a fag or a black nigger or gay nigger, but I do not believe that they would have shot him because I think that being gay lets down the level of fear to people on the outside.
Well, you touching on some waters that I didn't know you was gonna go.
Well, I'm just saying, when I'm stopped by the police,
You know about the soy in the food.
yeah. But when I'm stopped by the police, Tasha, I put my hands out the window and I tell officer I'm transgender. I'm a drag queen. No, he don't do that.
No, my husband he has his license and registration.
No, I don't do none of that. I
Out
just
the
put my
window.
hands out and say I'm transgender. I'm a drag queen. I'm a man with titties. Anything to drop that level of fear that you're gonna see my black skin, because I cannot hide the black skin. But if I make you feel less intimidated by it because I'm trans and I can get home to my children.
Right.
That's why I do that.
That's the goal. My husband has his shit out the window.
Yeah.
His license, registration, and insurance out the window just so there's no issues.
Because if you said the husband was trans, then you was going to have a problem.
They don't try to take me to jail. They said my fucking car was stolen. I said, well, then I need all my motherfucking money back that I paid in these car payments. They had me surrounded with 7 cars.
In Georgia?
In Georgia.
That way,
my car.
Georgia.
Yeah, I lived in Cobb County at the time. I live in Gwinnett County now. They said they had me, and he was like, well, you don't look nervous. Why the only way I'm looking nervous is you motherfuckers standing over me, surrounding me and shit.
Yeah.
But I know I'm not nervous because I know I ain't did nothing motherfucking wrong.
That's when I do have to say Atlanta in a lot of ways, because I went to Spelman.
Right.
So I lived in Georgia for 4 years, but there's Atlanta and then there's the rest of Georgia.
Right.
It's really a thing.
A
Because
lot
I
of
never
people
saw,
say that, too.
but I've never seen so many black officers though being in Atlanta. But as soon as you step out of that,
Yeah.
it's like whoa,
And the
a
black
wholly different
officers
world.
don't fuck with us.
They don't.
They will listen.
don't.
I almost collided with a police officer one day. He running the light. I am too.
Oh,
I was trying to get home. He turned them goddamn lights on. Turned around. Woo woo. He was like, "What the fuck was that?" But sir, I'm sorry. I was just trying to get home.
that is.
Yeah.
And then
He
you just
said,
left
"Go on
Atlanta.
about your business."
Yeah.
You just left Atlanta, right, Nick?
I just left Atlanta, you know.
Where you from, Nick?
From Chicago.
West
I grew up not
okay.
too far from Flames.
So
yeah.
He hard.
yeah.
Yeah. He hard.
That
So,
nigga ain't hard. That nigga a crybaby. That nigga start crying right
Listen,
now.
before all this, I was breaking down bricks. And Flame used to be one of my runners. That's how I met Flame.
You was selling bricks.
Yeah, absolutely. Flame
He
was a runner
hard.
for me
He talked
back
well
in the day.
too, so he probably
Absolutely.
got away with that shit because he speaks well.
His mama watching. When I tell you all
My
this is
mother's
so
watching.
superficial and so pretend, that nigga is, if he saw some drugs, he'd be like, "Oh my god, I've never seen drugs." Scary dick ass.
Nah.
Nigga, if you don't knock it off. No, I've been knowing Nick for 30 years,
Oh,
but
wow.
Nick,
Yeah.
how was it when you were in Atlanta this weekend? How was the temperature,
Oh.
the temperament?
It was hot. It was fantastic. But Atlanta has changed. Lauren is right. It's there's Atlanta, and then there's everything outside of Atlanta. You know,
Yeah.
all of my friends there, family, and everybody were just talking about how crime has spiked a lot. Because a lot of people who ain't from Atlanta have moved to Atlanta, and
Yeah.
they've kind of kicked up the crime rate a bit. They're having a problem now that they never used to have with car break-ins.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Tasha, I was just we lived like at 9th and Juniper, and there was a shooting at that Paco place right there on Piedmont, right there at 10th and Piedmont, and everyone's like, "What's going on over here?" You know, so it's crazy. Things have just changed a lot.
Man,
So yeah,
let me tell you,
definitely.
there's a shooting every week at Lenox Mall in Atlanta.
I heard that.
Yeah.
I heard
Which
that.
used to
That's
be the
nice
high-end mall.
This is such a nice area. And when
Phipps
I
too,
tell
though.
you, them white folks is motherfucking mad, child, because them niggas done came in and they shooting security guards in the chest at point.
Yes.
You go into Lenox Mall, they start shooting when I was in there with my babies one day in the store.
Whoa.
The same store. Like, I'm over here looking at shoes. You know what I'm saying? My kids was walking around with her friends. Next thing you know, bow.
Yeah.
SWAT team coming in there, duck down like this. We under. The scariest thing for me was not being able to find my daughter and her friend
Right.
when it happened. But I said I only go to the mall on Mondays between 10 and 2 in the morning.
Well, don't
But-
tell nobody.
But seriously, honestly, that's why I become an online shopper, because I don't feel safe in any
Yeah.
malls. Because where can you go if people
You
start
can't.
shooting?
You
You can't
can't.
go anywhere.
Yeah.
Look,
You're
you
stuck.
can't even fly. Girl, don't go to sleep on that plane. That one goes to sleep. I don't go to sleep anymore.
I do
Why?
too.
It's a
I
long
sleep.
flight though. For
I
especially
know,
Thank
but
you.
look,
I
look
sleep
how
too.
people,
I sleep
people,
too.
people are under so much pressure right now, and then you get on these confined spaces. Look, they just arrested the
Listen,
black flight attendant for acting a fool. And he
Let
was
me
a
tell
flight
you something.
attendant.
Somebody get to acting stupid on a plane, I'm gonna fuck you up. I box 5 days a week. I'm taking your ass the motherfuck down, okay?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna turn your ass in. You fuck with me in that area, we got a problem. Look. I'm sorry, back to Tasha.
With that one, I'm 100% with you. What
Yeah.
we're not going to do on this plane is you're not taking this plane down with me on
You're
it.
not.
It's just not happening.
Yeah.
So I'm totally with you on that.
And I
That's
fly a
unacceptable
lot.
behavior.
I fly
Yeah.
a lot, so I ain't never seen nothing stupid on no plane.
I hope I
But
don't.
I'm telling you, if I do, I'm one of those people. You need to sit down. I'm gonna count to 3.
No, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Oh, I'm dropping these bags on your ass. Listen, you
Absolutely.
Gonna sit the fuck down.
I want to bring Jan in, Lauren,
Okay.
so Jan can talk to, because she's a huge fan of Tasha. Jan is one of our regular correspondents, and she's very. We got
Come
a couple
on,
here. Bobby
correspondents.
Clifford,
Thank you,
Jan,
Nick.
and
Thank you.
Yes.
And yeah, come on with it, Jan.
Hey, Wino Gang.
Hey.
How
Hey,
y'all
Wino
doing
Gang.
over there?
Look
All
at
right, how you doing?
Don't we look like
Tasha?
twins?
Hi, Jen.
We black mama,
How
white
are
mama.
you?
I'm white mama.
Fantastic. I love your hair.
Thank you. I'm glad to see you there sitting with the queens and
Yes.
and Nick as well.
Little ashy knee me. Look at me.
Stop
I mean,
it.
She on her pretty. She's look lemony and yellow.
No,
And my house-
it might have been little old me several years ago, but it's big time Tasha now, baby.
Hold on. that part. Let me put on my $3 shade.
That's okay.
Listen.
That's okay.
You wear well, baby.
Oh,
You wear well.
Thank you,
Yes.
thank you.
That's okay. Look, I love your interview style. I thought it was a home run with Flame. You almost sneak into a different side, which I like. Do you? You've already got your following. You've got your base. You've done great. So I congratulate you. I
Thank
really,
you.
really do. I really do. Now, one of my personal favorites was, and I'm messy, the Kevin Hunter interview.
Ooh,
I know, but you went there when you had him on the phone.
I did.
Then you say, "Look, Kevin, I said hi." I was like, "Well, I be damned." And I mean, he was familiar with you, so yeah. So and it's not about his story more than how you handled the story.
No, he's just a sloppy nigga.
Yeah, well, hey, that's between
You
him
don't-
and his God.
you
But
don't
as
shit
far
where
as
you
what
eat.
you did,
Which one is that?
Yeah.
Kevin Hunter, Wendy Williams.
Wendy Williams' ex-husband.
right,
Yeah.
Look, oh,
It-
how you
yeah.
doing? Look, how you doing?
Yeah.
right. And it was, that's who your fan base wanted to see, and you gave them good commentary. I thought it was an excellent interview, and I'm not here to judge him. That's between him and his God, but it was a good interview.
Thank you. That was so crazy because I did not expect any of that because, like I said, I do not prepare for my interviews. I just want to get to know the person, and so I know the subject, of course, so I can gauge you that way, and I follow you. But when he was saying that he had just took a shit and Kevin Hunter demanded that he wanted some ass and he gave him the shitty ass.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
And the wife was sitting
Look,
there
I'm
eating all
clutching-
my
I'm clutching my
motherfucking grapes
pearls.
and I was hungry.
Hygiene.
You know what? Again, you couldn't control him.
No.
You were there to do an interview. And I was taken. You were poised, straight face. It was just, I've never been a fan of his, but you did deliver. I enjoyed it. I mean, it was raw, and he gave you what he thought was going to keep him relevant.
Yeah.
Kevin Hunter is different.
Let me ask you a question, Tasha. How do you feel about that when celebrities break up and they do it so publicly? Like, so you not put no ashes on fire, but you and your husband, you are a celebrity, Tasha. And if you and your husband were ever to break up, and it got a little feisty, do you think that it's fair that they go to the internet to blast each other, or do you think that they should settle it privately and publicly?
I'm not like that. See, I would never blast my husband publicly because that's my kid's dad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And they on the internet and they gotta watch it. But he would blast my ass though. he would do
Do you
it.
think so?
What? You don't know Shaq. Shaq will be like, let me tell you about this bitch. Hold on.
But African men don't give me that. African men give me a little standoffish.
You fuck over. Look at Simon. Simon blasted the fuck out of his wife. They ain't even his ex-wife.
Yeah.
They get petty. He will get petty because he'll feel like, oh, I'm losing my family. This is my, this is my wife and stuff. And so I'm gonna definitely let everybody know it's not me.
I think it plays out in favor of the men more if they'd be very low key and quiet as opposed
He's
to
low key and quiet, but he will show you.
because look at the
real
difference
how petty he
between
is.
Jeff Bezos, who divorced his wife, he just gave her the money, his business flourished, and then look at, let's say for instance, Steve Harvey, just messy and woo woo. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they met.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you something. This is most black men though. I love my black men. Don't get me wrong. But when it's time to break up, they don't fuck with you like that. They won't get petty. They won't pay the bills. They won't, you know what I'm saying? Because you giving somebody else some. I ain't taking care of the house mortgage no more. Well, your kids in here, tell that nigga you fucking to do it.
Well, is it just black men though? Because look at what's happening with Gary Owens and
Well,
his
Gary
wife.
think he black. All he does
so
is
Gary
trick
don't-
off with
Gary
black
don't
women.
count.
There are the white men that swear they was born white, but they black, and that's him.
Right.
Prince Harry is talking to you.
But you know what, Lauren? That sounds more like Kenya than Gary. That's tripping.
Okay.
No, King is very, very. She's been taking a lot of shit for a long time. Gary been tricking off with that money for a minute. All right, he like hoes. I'm about to drop an audio right now with some hoes that he done picked up in Nashville. Fuck them both. You know what I'm saying? Fucking
Now,
them
wait
for
a minute,
long time.
Tasha. I'm not saying we ever know the true story.
Right.
I'm just saying putting it in the public. he went on Wendy Williams, and then Kenya wrote this long rebuttal and on and on. And if you don't want your business out there, I personally would not want my business. I've been more often victimized by an ex-husband than putting my business out there.
But he was black. He was black. He put your business out there. I told you they get petty, Charlie.
No. I mean, it's nothing new.
They get motherfucking petty.
Gary Orr must got that swag, baby. He got the black girl magic tamer.
Woo!
Yeah.
Or something like that.
I don't
But
know.
Gary is a very well-known trick, allegedly. So if you see her,
I ain't mad at you, Gary, because it ain't
No, I
tricking
ain't
if you
mad
got
at
it.
Gary.
Shit.
Gary called me. He can get this. I mean,
he love a black woman. They say he loves to eat the snatch job.
Ooh,
Well,
Gary, you don't
know
want to see my snatch.
Allegedly.
Gary, you don't want to see my snatch. My snatch is long.
And you know, when it's over, it's over.
Yeah.
You know, he can get this, but you know, still, as far as putting it out there, I'm not.
Yeah.
Especially when the price tag is a lot more greater than, you know.
Now, I got to give you both sides of it, and I'm going to be very honest, okay? So, here we go. Here it goes. Do I like when families take to the internet and blast each other? I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. But I wouldn't have a business if they didn't.
Right.
You understand? So, it's kind of like, and a lot of times I don't even follow it. I have to follow it when it's time for me to do commentary, and I do the back work on it.
Yeah.
Or my team does it and gives it to me, and I just kind of throw my spin on it. But I'm gonna be honest with you, I won't be able to eat if the motherfuckers ain't cussing each other out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you ain't never got to worry about that. It's going, like you
It's
said,
gonna
earlier,
always
there's
something,
going to
yeah.
always be something.
It's gonna always be something.
But
If
I
it's
got,
not a
you know,
bust-
listen, I got bills to pay. You know what I'm saying?
TT Jan, you know we got to ask you too. How do you feel about the black agenda versus the gay agenda?
Because TT Jan is a fruit fly as well.
We all fruit
I-
flies
I-
in here,
Yeah.
but I got to hear your
I am a
thoughts.
fruit
Come on.
fly. But I think, again, it's two separate agendas.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, before your sex was determined, you were going to be black.
Okay.
Before you knew your sexual orientation,
Mm-hmm.
you were black.
Mm-hmm.
So it's two separate issues. And again, it's almost like what we've often talked about, how the Dems just love everybody. But then it seems like we're going crazy because our agenda is never set. And
Right.
that's why, because we let everybody in, which is fine. But to answer your question, it's two separate agendas. It's not about civil rights. It's not about Black Lives Matter. It's two separate agendas.
But when it's
And
time
you-
to march, we all need to fucking march together.
And
Yeah.
stop all
Yes,
this
for
infighting.
sure.
You're damn right. Now, I'm with you on that one, Todd.
For sure.
Stop all this
For
infighting.
sure.
Right.
But
I'm
what
not
about gay?
saying
That's
that-
why Black Lives Matter to me just did not catapult like I thought it should have, because we started coming in with, what about this kind of Lives Matter? What about that kind of Lives Matter?
Right.
Where were y'all at before we started the whole
Right.
Black Lives Matter
Right.
after George Floyd? Y'all wasn't saying
Right.
these Lives Matter like that then. Y'all
we,
were saying it,
and
but
we
not.
need our credit. Black folks start marching first. We need our motherfucking credit.
I ain't marching. I'm
Everybody
gonna tell you, I ain't
follow
marching
behind
no more.
us. You see them people over there in the Middle East bombing their own fucking town, taking their governments out. They got that shit from us. Okay?
Well, we need to
Look.
remember where we
They said
started.
the black
shit.
people said, fuck it, we can do it too. They just done took it too far. They all killed their president in the middle of the street. Now, we don't do that
Yeah.
now. We not
No. But at the rate we're going, the extremists will do that. It's two separate topics. It's a lot of topics when we march.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But more commonly, you'll see socially conscious people supporting one another. It's not like, okay, you know what? I'm not a lesbian, so I'm going to support the agenda that treats everybody fair, no matter what.
Listen, I didn't go to Pride this year, but I normally, I'm a freaking of Pride. Now, I be down there, the guys have their tops or bottom stickers on. I'm telling you, they just be, I be down there, I be having my little tables out, because I usually be with the Buddha Center, like SGI. And so, poor connection? Okay, sorry about that.
I want
Okay.
to ask you too before you get
What's up?
sidetracked.
Wait, hold on, Flame. We got to clarify. What is a fruit fly? Everybody in the comments
Like
is
a
asking.
fly on the wall.
No,
No,
fruit
no, no,
fly
no.
is a woman who is very gay friendly. Who's
Yes,
very
very
LGBT
gay friendly.
friendly.
Very gay
You're
friendly.
very,
That's me.
Very,
That's,
yeah, that's why
that's
we're
we're all
fruit
fruit flies. That's why we
you're
say
fruit fly.
that. Yes.
Listen.
Yeah.
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 I want to ask you, how has Stardom affected your children? How has your career, your name rise affected your children?
Man, my daughter, she doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Because when we're out doing mommy-daughter time, people recognize me. You know, they come over, they talk, and some of them don't know when to stop talking. And I talk, but she, you know, when she goes to school, nobody knows that, you know, I'm her mom. If they ask her, like, you know, who's your mom? She says aunt or somebody. You know,
Come on, Aunt.
if it's career day, her dad goes, I don't go because, you know, I just want her to have that privacy and that independence growing up on her own and stuff like that. So that's why I don't really put her out there.
Yeah.
Now, Lamine, when he get older, he may get off on this shit because he'll be trying to fuck your daughters. He'll be out there like...
That's your 2-year-old.
Yes.
Well, he's born into it.
He is off the chain.
See, he's kind of born into it because so he's going to be used to it. She had to get used. I had that here. They had to get used to it.
Yeah.
And I get blowback. Not that you can spend all the money, but they
you
want
spend
more
more time with your fans
than
you do your own kids. Oh, give me back them Louis Vuitton shoes you just bought, bitch.
Every time I want to talk to you, you on Love Lounge. You on Coffee Time.
Yeah, you on the phone. Like, bitch, I'm here.
I'm like, I'm paying rent. You better knock it off.
And they only want to talk when you working.
Yeah. Oh, God damn it, you better say it for the...
They only want to talk when you work. I'm like, I've answered my phone.
Flame Match, y'all hear that?
Listen, I had it went dead.
Don't worry about it.
You got an iPhone charger, don't you?
We got one in here.
Okay, yeah.
Lauren, where's yours?
I got one here. Triple, can you grab my charger?
It is ridiculous. They do that,
I
Tasha.
know my live
so
ended, so
funny.
they came to yours.
Oh, great. That's fine,
Thank
Tasha,
you.
because just what you said. They only wait until you're on live or you're working before they just hit you and challenge you with everything. And you be like, dude, I'm on live.
And she be sitting there like this, looking at my mouth like...
Learning, studying.
I'm like, dude, what you, nothing. And she goes back and tells her friend everything I done said.
So
but to their credit, they know that's a weak time for you. So I would approach you during that time too.
Oh my God.
I'd be like, "Can I get the car keys?"
She get me like that all the time.
Yeah.
I'll take her phone from her and she'll be standing there looking at my face the entire time. I'm like, get your phone out the drawer.
That don't work. They got backup phones.
Look, she did have one. I found that shit.
Yeah, they have backup phones.
She had a burner phone. She did.
Yeah.
With the internet on
That's
it.
called resourceful.
Yeah.
Resourceful.
Oh,
like
man.
No, that's called a fucking teenager.
No, you gotta respect that. You gotta respect that. She's resourceful. She probably learned it from you.
Listen, I
Frankenstein,
bought my own house phone. When my mama took the house phone out, because, you know, we all had jacks in our room, she took the phone out my room. I had one that I had bought from the dollar store.
See?
You know what I'm saying? I would plug it up, and then she fucking pick up that phone. Bitch, I know you ain't on this motherfucker. I hate that bitch up real quick. I had the phone. She's like, where the phone? I don't know what you're talking about.
So, Tasha, with you having such a large platform in Georgia, because we got the primaries coming up in 2022. What y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do to push this?
Let's talk about Kasim
We got
Reed.
Stacey Abrams. What you talking
No,
about?
no, I have Stacey.
Kasim Reed. How do you feel about it?
Say that again.
Kasim Reed, you're for mayor.
Because y'all done ran
I
bottoms
really
about.
wanted Lisa Lance back in office again. I liked her tenacity. I liked her resilience. For her to, you know, go up against the governor and say fuck you, and then, you know, it was funny watching them two
Kemp
sue
ain't
each other.
shit anyway.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But one thing I do like about Kemp though,
Kemp is a gangster.
he ain't let us lose no money during COVID.
That's because he was pocketing all he could. Shit,
Yeah,
he just gave y'all what was left
That
over.
motherfucker came out with no mask on, talking about, I didn't know that you can catch COVID.
Like, and he lived right down the street from the CDC.
Right.
That was some oof.
I gotta
Special.
listen.
Special.
But I don't know. I have to kind of see, you know, what he's about. You know, I mean, I've done my research and it's not really very much out there. And so it's just, you know, I'm just gonna have to wait and tell. But I think
when
Keisha Lance Bottoms, yeah.
I said Lisa.
Keisha Lance Bottoms.
We knew what you meant. It's okay.
Yeah, Keisha, she brought soul back to Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know, I liked how she used the celebrities to kind of rally because, you know, it is a black city.
Common was there
and they're
a lot.
trying to not make it that. You know, living in Decatur now used to be the spot you can go. You can't find a property less than $600,000.
In Decatur?
Oh, girl, that's my money. We both did that in Decatur.
Decatur, yeah.
Where you gotta go now to Gwinnett?
I live in Gwinnett.
Oh.
I live in.
And you
Lawrence
got
now.
5,000 square foot house.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
For a mere $370,000. Sure did. Yep. And guess what? The property value done went up. That bitch worth $699 now. See
Well,
what
I have to say, listen,
I don't blame you.
Girl, you a mess. I love that.
I went into that motherfucker. I said, I'll take. They was like, Tasha, why don't you buy? I'll take it. It take a long time to sell $1 million house.
yeah, it
I
does.
want my fucking money.
Well, y'all got $1 million condos now. They didn't exist when I lived
Yeah,
there.
like JB told me he paying $4,500 in rent in Atlanta.
That's the
Where
biggest
the
joke
fuck?
I've ever heard.
In Atlanta, are you staying there paying $5,000 rent? My mortgage is $2,000.
But y'all got $1 million condos. They didn't exist 10 years ago.
Because you know who did that to the city?
So, who?
Tyler Perry.
Thank you, Jan.
Oh, well.
Tyler
Okay.
Perry did that to the city. He
and
brought
you know what?
Hollywood and they asses on our job.
And on in his defense, because you know I am a Tyler Perry
Now, black
fanatic.
folks can't even afford
He
to
got
live
a lot
there.
of people jobs though. He
They
get
can't
a lot-
afford to live there.
Well, if they work for him, they can. She just got
They
to work a
can't
lot.
afford- Because he put his studio on the south side.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
He did.
You ride past Tyler Perry's studio, you won't even know it's in the hood. It's in the fucking hood. You won't even know that.
Yeah.
But living in Atlanta, they shooting the Hunger Games and shit out there. This shit is like LA. Like our homeless population is about to go up. Because I'm telling you, I when I first moved to Atlanta, I had an apartment for $300. Okay, 2 bedroom, 2 bath with a washer and dryer.
300.
$300 fucking dollars in Marietta. Absolutely. That shit is ridiculous now. You can't get a 1 bedroom for $1,200.
Well, I had a 1,400 square foot loft, and my rent was $1,560
Where?
in Atlanta. I lived in Midtown.
When did you graduate?
2017.
They did that because they were trying to push the LGBTQ out of the city, and a lot you'll find in Midtown there was a lot of homeless LGBTQ
Yeah,
down there.
Midtown was
That was-
definitely
that was
where
their
it
part.
was like the neighborhood for sure.
That's their part, and they only wanted a certain type.
Okay, let me in defense of the LGBT homeless. We don't be homeless. Because we live 56 in the house, which were like roaches. We all up in
Like
there,
the
baby.
Mexican
Everybody. We
like
live up in the house together.
Like-
Baby, it's a house mother and then all the kids. Now, sometimes the house mother be trying to screw the kids. Let me just be real. Or the house daddy. But we'll take in about 25 or 30, real talk. Because
the Mexicans
we are
do that
making,
too.
we create our own family so many times. So we up.
No, but you gotta do that though.
Well, you do,
You
but
gotta do
and
that.
I wish we could be like the
Yeah.
Asians and the Mexicans because they'll live 10 in a house and everybody will work in 1 year and say, okay, this is your year. We're gonna give you the money to start
Yeah.
your business.
I do love
The next
that.
year.
Yeah.
We don't do that as
My
a people.
friend is Colombian, and every year, every 7 years, because she's a 7, she gets all of the money that they save that they put into.
Wow.
They call it I forgot what they call it. Somebody Colombian on here let me know, but every 7 years she's probably getting about $300,000 from her family. They take care of each other like that. I said, if we did that,
What
in
a
our black
concept.
people- I can't even.
Child, please, I can't live with
even
my
get nobody to give me
cousins.
$2 for gas. They be like, bitch, your car too big. Shit.
You know our motto, baby. I don't want anybody in my house. I can't let anybody in my
Right.
house. That's why your mama, she can stay like a day or two, but then she gotta go home.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's how we are.
what was
as a
your
people.
experience going to Spelman though?
Oh, I loved it.
Really?
Number 1 HBCU. We are. I
I
loved
would
it.
love my daughter to go there. She wants to go to Howard though.
But I got accepted to Howard too, though. I think as long as your kid goes to a historically black college, it's
Yeah.
okay.
I got
It's
one of those.
Yeah.
But Spelman, there's no place like Spelman. I have to
Yeah.
say, Spelman has a special place in my heart, always and forever.
My best
It
friend's
just-
daughter, congratulations. She's just got accepted to Spelman. It was a big deal. They were
And
a
it's
big
hard to
party.
get into Spelman now.
Yeah.
Them GPAs is like 4.0 is the average.
She's gonna be a doctor, so she's going.
Spelman
to
got trainees there now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
we
bitch,
do.
let me go to college.
We do.
Let me,
We do.
Let,
Oh.
let
And
me go to
that's a
college.
whole big issue.
I'm gonna be an old tranny up in Spelman.
A lot of my Spelman women. So it's a whole big issue. And Morehouse is starting to accept trans men now too.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
Morehouse gonna have some
Lauren is
pregnant
so
trans men
educated.
walking
I
around
feel
there. Let me
stupid.
just Morehouse gonna have some pregnant trans men running through there. Let me just be honest, because trans men likes it, and yeah,
yeah.
I'm just saying.
But I do gotta say this though, in the defense of JB's, that was a pretty motherfucker though.
Oh, she's 19. She
Oh,
should be
she
pretty.
was
She's pretty.
pretty.
She is pretty. She was lovely
I
on your
said,
show.
God damn, what is your skincare routine?
She
Right.
looked, but you know, here's the thing. Here's the irony of most trans girls.
Yeah.
We look just like our mom. She looks just like her mother.
Mhm.
She looks. We all mostly look because that is the first woman that we fall in love with and fall out of love with.
Well, I wish I could say that for Lynette.
This damn. Kid, we went out. This damn Tasha is a mess.
Oh, my
What
God.
time is it?
It's 2:23.
Oh, we got 7 minutes. We gonna close
Okay.
this out
Sure
because
do.
I gotta cook for this lady.
Oh, I know you do.
I can't wait. Listen,
I'm getting out of
that's
grade,
how
though.
you get
This
me.
ain't- this ain't how
you
you
cook
cook.
for me, I'll be at your house all the time.
Mist about to show up. Wait till you see this other look. Ooh.
I can't
That wig comes off
wait.
pretty quick.
Oh, we
Not
gotta
even
take
gonna
a
I
lie.
picture.
cannot wait. I feel so honored.
I do have to ask you though, what do you feel has been the best interview that you've done?
Oh man, there's so many.
Yeah.
Or
Or your favorite, whichever you prefer.
my favorite interview. I would have to say, wow, there's so many.
Okay, then give us a top 3. Or 4. 4 is my good luck number. So give us a
Okay.
top 4.
So Avion Foster.
Okay.
That was the boy, the man that came on to say that he held a, relationship with Wendy's husband. Let me see. Melody Holt was a nice interview. Because this was our second one. The first one didn't make it out because I wasn't gonna put it out. Because I was like, I know you didn't come on my show. Like I'm top. Look, no shade, but I'm the top motherfucking gossip blogger out here. Okay. And no shade to Dr. Heavenly, but she's a reality star and a dentist. How you give her more wine, more tea? So I was like, I'm not fucking putting it out. And she came back and we did it and we chuckled like we was girlfriends.
Yeah. That's when it's good to me. When it's
Yeah.
when it's so easy, it just gels. It
Yeah.
meshes.
Yeah.
My interview that I did with Gina Wynn, Diddy's girlfriend that he abused, she spilled so much wine on Diddy. Said that Diddy used to keep like a fanny pack and it was full of like pills and stuff in there, and he would get so high and when he came down, and all this is alleged, of course, he would beat her ass. He kicked the baby out of her stomach.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
P. Diddy,
He did it.
the same one who told us to hold our vote,
He did.
the
Oh,
same one
Lord.
that's dead, silent, quiet right now, and ain't saying shit about the black agenda or voting. Okay, nigga, stay this quiet come November. That's in case
Man,
he's watching.
listen, Diddy is all like, how you gonna come out and try to tell a network to pay their people and you ain't paying none of these motherfuckers that work for you?
I saw that
Your
one of his
entire
artists came out
career.
and said something about his masters and how Diddy wouldn't give it to him.
No, because that's how he makes his money.
Yeah.
If Diddy sold the masters, his money he wouldn't have no money coming in.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
It's just it's very disheartening. That's the word I was trying to say. It's very disheartening when I hear about men abusing women, especially men with so much power and stature and money. The sad part is a lot of times they get away with it because the women feel like they don't have anybody to go and tell and talk to because of that celebrity status.
Yeah.
So that she came to a safe space to talk to you, to tell you exactly what happened. That's good because
And that's my platform is always open to any woman who has suffered abuse. Because
let me start. I was beating Tosh. He beat me. My friend LB.
from the back
he
or from the
beats me.
front.
Definitely from the front, honey. If you put your hands on me, it's gonna be hell to pay, goddamn.
Listen.
I got an HJ somewhere. If you don't know what an
But
HJ
you know what?
is,
I watch my mom get beat. Sometimes she asks for it, but I don't believe in women stepping to men, and I seen her put one of them big ass old school heavy irons. I'll never forget this story. Because I know we gotta go. I came home from school. Her boyfriend at the time had picked us up. We was walking. He was like, "All right, I'll take y'all home." My friend Kesey, shout out to Kesey, she watches this, left her earring in the car. And so I come home, my mom is in there cutting up his furniture, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? She got the earring in her hand. She was already in a rage, right? And I was just like, oh, well, let me just mind my business. She got a fucking knife to the damn couches and shit, and he's sitting up in there, and she just beating him on his back, and so he wasn't flinching. So she went in there and grabbed a big heavy ass iron, the old school ones, and came in there and slapped that motherfucker in his back right there. You heard BOW! I was like, oh shit, Mom!
So
Mama, that's Kesey earring. She fucking I thought she was gonna come and beat my ass.
What was the boyfriend's name? Rob had the fire, good old baby. Because women ain't gonna fight no man like that if he thinks she's cheating on him, if it ain't fire. Understand me. Rob was hitting your mama with Thor's hammer, baby, and that's why it was like that.
He provided a very good lifestyle.
He gave her more than that good lifestyle. He gave us
like
a good old
baby. We was in the hood, you know.
Maybe it was a thing because my great grandmother did something similar. She grabbed the big black teapot and hit my great grandfather over the head with a teapot.
Let's just be honest.
Oh well, no, yeah, they broke up, got divorced, got back together.
Like that.
Yeah.
I don't want no dick like that. I don't want it. You can keep it. I don't want to be like that. I don't.
Oh, that's a wonderful.
Because I'm like, if she had hit him in the head,
that's
he would have died.
Wonderful.
He would have died. But he had back problems ever since that day from it.
I would imagine.
Lifetime,
that's the heavy iron.
She don't care if the back didn't work. She just needed that front to work.
But ask her if she remember that shit though. I don't remember that.
Oh yeah, of course. It didn't happen.
You know mothers
you
have
wasn't there.
Selective memory. They have selective
memory.
What
the fuck are you talking about? You don't remember taking that iron? And so I grew up seeing that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, no man has ever put his hands on me for that fact.
Your husband African Amistad. Don't cheat on her, cause you know she learned from the best. I'm just saying, hide the irons, shit. Hide the irons.
Okay. Listen, I learned the game. See, when motherfuckers fuck up, ignore their ass. They come around.
That ignore
they
hurts.
like, oh, this bitch don't.
Silence speaks 1,000 volumes.
Because they expect you to act crazy and I'm going on by my business, even though I'm burning up inside.
That's what the boxing's for, though, right? 5 times a week.
Yeah.
Okay.
Girl, you box 5 times a week.
I box 3 days a week.
Goddamn weight off.
I've been boxing too, 3 days a week.
Tasha, how small are you trying to get?
Well, I want the
however she wants to feel.
Girl, you just had a baby.
2 years ago.
Oh, well, girl, your star rise. When your star rise, the checks get bigger and the steaks get bigger. See, it's the steak, because you don't eat pork, so it's the steaks.
Too long. It's that goddamn tequila. Shit, that's what it is.
Well, we are officially at time.
Okay.
I have to tell you.
I just want to tell you, thank you so much for coming on. Bring Nick back on, for coming on and joining us, Tasha, in studio. You my very first guest. I feel very honored. And I thank you for having us having a good interview, because, baby, so many flame mess and so many people like, Flame, Tasha K gonna do this. I was like, no, she's not gonna do that. She's gonna be fun.
Why y'all be speaking for me and y'all don't fucking know me? Like, what if I said you was gonna do that? I don't know you. All you know is what I let you see.
See, that's my motto. All you know is what I let you see. I'm pulling my dress down so y'all can't see it.
Flame walked out with that dress and them hips. I said, I got to go buy me some fucking hips.
Girl, I got this from BBT.
I did my little walk challenge today. No hips. Just all stomach.
Girl, the baby took that last
baby.
Okay.
No, it's just all stomach.
It's okay.
Ain't no man gonna, I told you, ain't no man gonna never ask you for no stomach. They gonna ask you for a lot of things.
They don't get, because they hold that shit. Like, they'll put their hands on it and hold it while they beating you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Don't worry. We having an early Love Lounge tonight because Tasha hanging out with us until 6. So we gonna do Love Lounge early after we cooking and eating and drinking, because I got her some Snoop White. Oh, she told happy anniversary to Snoop Dogg.
Yes, happy anniversary to Snoop Dogg
and his wife. Yes.
How long?
Black love. I mean, I think it's been like 26 years.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time. For
Sipping
sure.
on gin and juice.
See, that's a woman that wasn't married to a man, to a cheating man, to a man that liked to snort coke off women's chests. She was married to a destiny. You gotta hang in there.
No, that was a woman who said, "Nigga, do what you gotta do, cause this paper ain't going nowhere."
I'll never forget when she did an interview. They asked her, "What are the perks of being married to Snoop Dogg?" She said, "My own white range." I said, "Oh, okay." She wasn't worried about where he was giving
said that too, though. Marriage is great, but that's also a business contract. The love thing comes secondary. Does it make sense business-wise to get married? I'm so sorry. If it doesn't make sense, we're not doing it.
I'm celebrating 15 years on July 8th.
July
10th. I said July 8th. We're going out of town on the 8th, but
that's
July
right before
10th.
my birthday.
Okay.
I'm gonna be 28. Shh, don't say shit. I'm gonna be 28.
Okay.
The titties is older than that shit. Tasha, bring Nick on. Where Nick at?
I don't know where Nick is, so we gonna close out the show.
Nick left?
I sent a request.
He left me?
No,
he didn't leave. He might be having technical difficulties. It's okay.
No, thank you. I'm so
Tasha, so
honored.
where can I? Well, shit, everybody already know, but we want to get you over that million because you close to that million on YouTube. We need to get Tasha K there. Y'all need to subscribe to her YouTube channel.
That baby slowed my ass down, so
it's okay. You back?
Woo, I'm getting
with
back.
A vengeance. So y'all can follow Tasha K where?
Unwind with Tasha K on
Unwind.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, TikTok. your man's email.
Ooh,
She talking
everywhere.
shit. She talking
Everywhere.
shit. Kunta Kinte gonna jack her ass up. She'll knock it off.
He already told me. Listen, he found out yesterday. He was like, "You smoking weed?" I'm like, "Yeah." He was like, "But you get horny when you smoke weed. Who the fuck you smoking weed around?" I'm like, "I'm in the room. Ain't nobody here."
He waiting on you to get home.
He be waiting.
Exactly.
On me.
You get home tonight, right?
Tomorrow.
Amistad, give us free. She's coming home.
He said Amistad.
Please follow my partner,
He
Nick
is
Smith.
Mandingo for real. He
Ooh,
really is.
don't tell
From
nobody
the
that.
Don't tell- yeah.
He's from the Mandingo tribe.
Don't tell these women
They
that.
know these women ain't got shits on me.
Oh, okay. So I like old confident
See?
bitch in yellow. Say, I'm gonna come with it if you want to.
They
What
be
your
like, Tasha ain't got no hips. She got that short hair. Bitch, that sound like me. Y'all be doing too much. That's the problem. You doing too
We're gonna talk about that on Love Lounge. It's called the show today gonna be called "Doing Too Much."
much. Too goddamn much. Only thing I put on fake is my eyelashes.
Well, look, I can't say that now. I got a whole bunch of shit that might fall off when I get naked, you know. But
Stop
it just falls low. It don't fall off. It just falls real low. When I tell you the titties and the balls is like next door neighbors now, baby. When I take these bra off, the titties and the balls. Can I borrow a cup of sugar? Please follow my partner Nick Smith News on all social media platforms under Nick Smith News. And Lauren Hogan, where are you?
I am Lauren Armani H on Instagram as well as Lauren Hogan on YouTube.
And you know where to follow Big Mama at. That would be me.
Come on.
At Monroe Flame on Instagram. Marcus Flame Monroe Parker. But thank you, Mark Zuckerberg, for make a bitch put a whole real name on there. On Facebook.
Right.
And on YouTube, we're Flame Monroe. Do not follow my Twitter page. It's full of porn.
Yes, no, it really
Well,
is.
on purpose. Not even on purpose. Just if you go and follow somebody, and I follow some people, they get watch porn. I do.
Some.
I watch
all.
porn.
You get caught up on Twitter. I be telling people, listen.
Twitter is. Twitter is.
I done caught a couple of people that, you know, that say they only straight. But really they trade.
What you know about trade? Tasha K, what you know
Oh,
about trade?
Lord.
Look out. Oh, we're going to
Oh,
get that
Lord.
dirty on Love Lounge. Please
Love
join us
Lounge.
tonight for Love Lounge. We're doing Love Lounge about 4:30 right here live. We're going to play cards and drink wine and talk shit and be finished with barbecue. Thank you to my producer, Tribble. Thank you to our cameraman, Kendall. Where we going? September. Where we going? D.C. We coming.
Yes.
We're going to do Laugh and Learn Live in D.C. with all the Flamettes. So y'all come on out. Thank you, Tasha K, for joining us. Please follow Tasha K and Unwind with Tasha K. This was a great
Yes.
interview. Thank you, my baby. This
Thank
was
you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us. Catch us
Y'all
on Love
sound
Lounge.
like light skinned people. Fuck y'all.
Ooh! This thing is a mess.
Come
Thank
on,
you guys.
light skin. Where they get that shit from? Like, how do you say that?
People think they know you, right?
Yeah.
That's why. That's exactly why.
Here at Love Lounge, what is our motto, Lauren?
It's laugh and learn.
Oh shit, you know what it is. What's our motto, Lauren?
We are not trying to get anybody to change your mind. We are simply trying to get you to what, Flame?
Use your mind. And
Because
in order
why?
you have to have one, because some of you bitches is slow. And I'm just letting you know, I don't do dumb. I do a whole lot of things, but dumb ain't one of them.
And use your ass if you need to pay your bills.
Right, and Father's Day is Sunday. I'm doing a drag show in Palm Springs Sundays for Father. I'm gonna have my cash up. Don't play with it. Thank you guys so much for joining
Yes.
us. I see you guys at about 4:30, between 4:30 and 5 for Love Lounge with Tasha.
I'm gonna have a whole rib in my mouth.
Oh,
She ain't gonna eat
you
no big.
ain't no pork.
Laugh and Learn is a production of the Black Effect Network and iHeartRadio. Our executive producer is Tiffany Haddish. The show is produced by Tribble. Our theme music is by Chrissy Payne.